Hello startups out there, my name is Michael Hamilton, software testing professional. Today what I'm going to talk about is where do you store your software during the software development process, or how do you set up infrastructure on your host to account for this. Now I meet people and talk to a lot of businesses who actually, when they actually develop their software on a computer, they put it straight into their live environment or their live customer or public facing environment. And then they wonder why things go wrong. It's catastrophic failure. They don't test it before it goes live, and the things go horribly wrong. They expose a lot of defects to their customer base. It's quite common. Now, what I do recommend is that you must have a development environment where you develop the code. You have a test environment or a segmented part on your server, or cloud server that is, where you test it. And if you need to, you can have another section where you can load test your server or load test your software. With lots of users logging onto your software at the same time. That's very important. Now that's optional to start with, but it's something you need to think about. And then you've got your live production server or location where you put everything. That's very important to note. Also on top of that, you need to make sure of your process you want to follow when building your software. I used an example a couple of weeks ago of a training solution or stock trading software in sprints, and doing things in small chunks. So what you want to make sure of is in each sprint, when you're doing your small bits of functionality, that you're following the flow. So you go development, test, production. And also when you find defects, it goes back through that same funnel again. I can't stress that enough. More importantly, you also need to think about code versioning tools to make sure what's the version of your code when it goes throughout the process. So you know exactly where it's at. That's very important. Always, there's some tools I recommend today that have that. Also, you need to have deployment tools. So you don't want to make mistakes when deploying the code or when you actually insert the code into these environments. There's tools that will help you to automate that process. I've expanded this out further today in the written blog online, which will appear on the screen where you can find that now, that allows you to get more detail on this. It's got nice diagrams and so forth you can look at, which has been on the blog today. And you can get a better understanding of what you need to think about. It's very important that you understand this, because when you are setting this up with your architecture, it's very important that you can use like an Amazon cloud service, because you can whip up these environments and set them up quite easily. So it's very important. Also, what I do stress is that this is quite a technical area, so you will need some assistance. So I do advise you that you talk to your developer or your testing resource or just some sort of support resource that allows you to set this up correctly. Today's about informing you of things that you need to know about. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time today. You can contact me at mikehamilton.com.au on the contact page, or via my social media accounts that you'll find on that website. Otherwise, I wish you the best of luck, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much.